Hey Cricut Crafters, so today's video is a super impromptu video where a lot of people have been experiencing issues with Cricut Print and Cut, their new update, and about 50% of Cricut Crafters are saying it is not working. It's pretty divided for it working and it not, and that's a big chunk of people that it's not working for. It's affecting Cricut businesses, Cricut Crafters, and it's really frustrating because there's not one specific fix. So what I'm going to do today is try to go through all of the things that I have done research on and seen a lot of different crafters saying that once they did one of these things, it worked for them, and some saying it didn't, so we'll hop on to the next thing. So try to go down this list and try each thing, and then hopefully one of these things do work for you because it's going to be different for everybody, and I will tell you all of the things you need to know. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Again, I did not plan on filming this video. It was very impromptu. So I'm going to go ahead and record my screen and start chatting. If it would record, that would be great. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to try to do no edits if I can as well. We'll see how that goes. So on Cricut Design Space, what you're going to do is go up over to these three lines on the left-hand top and scroll on over to Help. It's going to automatically send us to a new web page. Over here, what we're going to do is see right away it is saying, getting a size not supported message when cutting a print and cut project in Cricut or in Design Space for desktop. So if you're using a laptop, a computer, that type of thing instead of a tablet, download our beta version of Design Space at, and then it has the link to resolve. If the issue persists, contact member care for assistance. So do that step first. If you are using a desktop computer, a laptop, those type of things, go ahead and do that. If you're using a device like a tablet, a phone, uninstall it and reinstall it. It might just need an update, and that has been working for a lot of people using the specific link that I just showed you how to get. So try that step first. The next step says to contact member care because they will be able to help you and cater to your specific situation. It's going to be different for everyone. But if you're waiting for a response and not quite getting it yet because, well, you know, it depends on the time, you have this little blurb down here that you're able to contact them, get a hold of them, and start a new chat, which is really awesome. Cricut is pretty good with their customer service, I believe. But I'm going to show you the other things in the meantime that have been working to fix Cricut Print and Cut. So we're going to go back on over to my Cricut Design Space. I'm just going to select New Project, and we're just in a blank canvas here. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is going up to, again, the three little lines, and I'm going to go down to Settings. So one of the things that Cricut said to do is go ahead here where it says Print and Cut Page Size, and you're going to make sure you select the correct one. Some people have been saying when they change it to A4 on Cricut Print and Cut right here in the settings, and you manually go into your printer on your computer, the settings on your printer, and change it to A4, that it did work for them. Go ahead and try that, see if it works for you. Otherwise, go ahead and just change it to, I do 8.5 inch by 11 inch, which is the great part of the newer update. So essentially that's just a piece of printer paper for me. So go ahead and select done. And I'm saying that because if you live in other countries, normally outside of North America, it might be a little different, which is why they included the A4 in the update. So that is one of the things that it might change. Let's upload a random sticker that I have here and see what happens. So I'm gonna make this bigger. Okay, perfect. So you're gonna get, I mean, obviously right now this is too big, and the update is working for me, so I have to make it really large for the alert to come that it's too big. But for some people, they are getting this alert here, which is in the layers panel. It's a little yellow orange little triangle, and it says not supported by maker or whatever you're using. Image is too large. Reduce image size to 6.75 by 9.25 or less. So what Cricut said on their website is go ahead and select change page size. That's going to bring us right back to what I showed you before. Go ahead and select the one that you need, and that might be the issue. Now again, like I said, of course right now, in my case, you can see on my screen, this is a very large picture, but people are getting this error message when their photo is just like 3 inches big, and it should have no issues with even the regular Print and Cut before the update. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back just to a regular sticker, and let me just make a couple of them. I'm gonna make 4. Okay. We're gonna go over to Make It, and here you can see you can change the material size again if you need. and I'm going to show you how I extend it, because some people were asking, how do you get the print and cut to go that big when it automatically is going to make it fit closer together? So here what you can do is just drag it down to where it essentially will not let you anymore. So here it's not letting me pull it down. Oh, it is. Let me pull it down a little further. There we go. And I'm going to do the same in this corner. So it's actually going to extend it. But people are saying Cricut lied, their update is fake and false and they're liars. But on my end, it's actually working. The update happened. I have a larger space for Cricut Print and Cut. A lot of people are still upset that the Cricut Print and Cut, even with the new update, is not a full page available for your stickers. But we need to also remember, I know it's annoying, we need to remember though that the Cricut Print and Cut needs those registration marks that you see right here to be able to read it. That's what your Cricut needs, and it does need a little bit of space, like a border between that. So I could go ahead and print this out and it will work on my Cricut, but some people are still having issues. So like I said, if those little things I didn't share worked, let's talk about the other things that still might work. Like I mentioned, someone said I had to change my paper settings to A4 in my Cricut and in my printer. I still get an error in my printer stating that the Cricut is trying to print another size that I programmed. I proceed anyway and it works okay. That might be something for you. Some people said they had to remove the calibration of their printer from their Cricut Design Space and recalibrate it to their Cricut Design Space, and that worked for them. So try that option as well. Let's go on to the next thing someone says. The next one is what I exactly said, that when they called Cricut, they gave them that link. Once they uninstalled Cricut Design Space and reinstalled the link that I talked about at the very beginning of the video, it is back working. I think this version doesn't have the A4 size that they were using. So that's great, that worked for that person. Another thing that people are really upset about is, I'm gonna put an overlay here so you can see the screenshot. I'm seeing a lot of posts with this exact little green part that's saying maximum print size for print and cut is 6.75 by 9.25. And what they're saying is, if your Cricut print and cut design is too large, the error message you will receive is this. And yes, in the layers panel, it does say that, which is very confusing because I guess with the new update, they didn't update necessarily that. But people are posting this saying, see, they lied. But their article here that I screenshotted is actually them saying this is the error message you will get. And if you scroll a little bit further down the page, it shows you that same error message and how to fix it. So I promise you they didn't lie. As you can see, it is working on my end. It's just unfortunately not working for everyone. And that's why we're here today, to fix that with this really quick impromptu video. I'm gonna read this little article that Cricut posted. So, new, introducing print and cut on A4 paper size. Users on Design Space desktop version 7.8 rolling out over the next 5 days, which is the one that we just talked about updating, and users on iOS 5.6. So if you're using an Apple device, are able to use this new feature. So unfortunately, it looks like if you're using a tablet or an Android phone, it might not be available to you yet. Let me know if you're using those devices and it is working, maybe something we don't know. Then it says you can now select 8.3 inches by 11.7, which is the A4 in addition. The A4 is more for like European countries and things like that. In addition to 8.5 inches by 11, which is the regular printer paper, letter paper that we tend to use here in North America for print and cut. Update your print and cut page size preference in the Design Space settings, which we did in the video here. If your print and cut design is too large, the error message you receive in the layers panel, which we talked about on the canvas, that right-hand side layers panel, will change based on the default paper size. So make sure you change that default paper size. Make sure on your printer you do that as well and make sure that's all good. A new link near the error message allows you to adjust the paper, which we talked about, and the size settings needed. So that is awesome. I believe it was actually Cricut that put this out. On your laptop or desktop, if it's not working and you do have an Apple device also that you can use, go ahead, save the project on your desktop, go on over to your Apple device. This isn't an Apple device, but pretend it is. And then you should be able to send it that way to do the print and the cut. So if that works, I mean, it's been working for some people, and everything I mentioned has worked for a certain amount of crafters. It's so weird that normally there's like one quick fix. There's so many alternatives here to fix, and so that's why I needed to sit down and film a video instead of trying to type this all out. I mean, who's gonna read that? Anyways, so that is that. Yes, Thankfully, my bestie came in clutch. She showed up and gave me another coffee. If you watched my earlier video today, we hit 10,000 subscribers today, which is so exciting. And then I spilled my coffee, my entire venti Starbucks expensive coffee everywhere. Really, I don't need any more energy. But yes, I'm pretty hyper and caffeinated, as you can tell, even though it is about 7 o'clock at night. So that is that. There is your little bit of a print then cut update on how to fix it. Again, if it's working, let me know if you have the same thing as me, where it's just a full page, because a lot of people are saying it's working, but it's still not a full page. So what's going on with your Cricut Print and Cut? Have you tried it? Let me know. I know I'm talking really fast. I'm hyper caffeinated. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully your Cricut Print and Cut is going to work, and I will see you all in the next one. Happy crafting. Bye for now.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me, wrapped up nice and neat, baby.